Gia. It's me, Natalie. Today is Tuesday, October the 1st, 2024. You reached out to me this morning, Gia, and said, can you get a hold of Courtney? And you know that I love receiving your messages so that I can receive your messages and deliver them to you from your beautiful daughter, Courtney, who is an angel in heaven. Without getting into my life in these messages, this afternoon I was leaving an appointment of my own, which was quite emotional appointment. And I'm in the car driving home and I'm upset. Everything's okay, by the way, but I'm upset and everything. And all of a sudden there's Courtney. This is before you reached out to me. And I literally heard your daughter say to me as an angel, "Oh, Mama, sister, friend." She called me Mama, sister, friend. That's the first time I've heard Courtney call me that. It's gonna be okay. So I kept driving. I got a big smile on my face at that point. You see the sun come. Do you see this? When I say this is your daughter behind me, I don't mean this is her in this cloud here or her vision, but that sun coming through, that is your daughter utilizing her abilities from heaven as an angel to deliver direct things such as sunlight to us. And she loves that I'm giving this message to you right now. Courtney, I drove home, I got home, and I was like, whatever. My life goes on. I know I don't need to say, Courtney, I'll be right back all the time. It's like angels, spirit, they know. We know when we are an angel, there's no time. So they know what's going on in our lives. And so I came home and I did my stuff. And, I came back out and it was like, boom. This is what I love is that what people in life may not understand is that, so Gia, when you reach out to me and you want me to connect to your daughter and I receive your request, for me, who I am as a person in this life, my soul, my mind, my body in this life, I don't want to let, hours go by before I connect with such a soul. And so I did what I needed to do, and I came back outside with my flock on my farm. And at that point, Courtney's just right there. It's like she just like do, like, oh, you're here, Natalie, She had me feel, when I say she, remember that in spirit, we are not a she or a he. We are a she or a he in this life when we have a body form that makes us a he or a she. When we become an angel, we lose our body. We don't lose it. We shed it. We leave it. We don't lose it. And we become a whole different, entity of energy. And so I felt, but I will still refer to she because it is my own habit, in life. Courtney, I felt that Courtney, at that point, was having me feel your exhaustion at this point. That you're very tired. Courtney gave me a vision at that point where she was sitting. I'm going to have to get to a table here to show this, or a chair. This is what I love about spirit, is that and I love these about the videos, which Courtney is the one in spirit, an angel, yes, actually, prompted me to start doing these videos, and it is important, and your daughter is so smart as an angel, and she knows how important it is to show so you can see. So I saw Gia just like sitting like this with her legs crossed. Okay. So go on. She was looking at me like, get it out. I'm ready now, you know? When you're ready, Natalie, I'm ready. At that point, I could see in this vision, and remember that when Spirit gives visions, they are very specific. A lot of times in life we think, well, I'd love to ask my loved one in heaven this question. Sure, go ahead. You know, you might get an answer. But for the most part, Spirit loves to utilize the unknowingness that we have in this life of angels to deliver specific things. Things that people like me can't know. So that we can't just sit here and go, your daughter's happy in heaven. Oh, she blesses you. No. Spirit wants to come through. And you already know this with Courtney. Courtney is very specific as well. So at that point, I saw that she had on glasses. You know, she's wearing her glasses often in heaven. But the beautiful thing about what I see with angels in heaven is that if they wore glasses in life, in heaven, there's no lenses. Is there lenses? It's hard to tell. It's not like it's just open glasses, but there's nothing there. So this goes back into like when I'm connecting with another realm, which is heaven, it's, you know, referred to at times as the fifth dimension, where there is no dimension. Imagine that. It's really hard to explain, actually. No dimension. You know, there's been times where I've been invited to climb mountains in heaven, and me at first being afraid in this vision to go to the edge of the mountaintop, and yet when I finally released that fear, I can then see just this no dimension of rainbows of colors that don't even exist with words in life. Colors that aren't even colors because there's no dimension to them, but there is color. So it is really, really bizarre to try to explain. And this is where people like me get our little reputations as being whack jobs, crazy, and lunatics. You and I, Courtney, well, me and Courtney, but you and I, Gia, we also know, you, me, and Courtney know that it's beyond real. At about, 1 o'clock p.m. today, I think it's about 3:30 p.m. right now. At about 1 o'clock today, on my barn Alexa, remember Spirit loves to utilize music, lyrics. Lyrics are the perfect, easiest form of delivering messages, you know. There you go, use your whole message. Courtney, we already know, loves music. And the song that came on today, and these aren't just songs that come on and I go, oh, by the way, this is Courtney's song. No. I'm like there and this song will come on and I'm like, whoa. Most of the times I don't even know the songs. But today I did know the song, and it was that song American Pie. You know, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee. The day the music died, you know. When I started to hear this song, I immediately then received a vision, Gia, of Courtney, like you were sitting on a couch and you were just like, whatever, you know. And like the vision was of Courtney coming up to you and, you know, grabbing, come on, Ma, you know, she's, bye, Miss America. And she's, you know, having you come up, look over here. June loves to eat paper and she wants my notes. No, June, no, I'm almost done here. So in this song, in this vision that she gave me, Courtney, I could actually see Ed was, I don't know, in the kitchen, I believe. Definitely the kitchen. I don't know where, I don't know what your house looks like or anything, but he was in the kitchen and he was frying up something, okay? And this is what I mean by the specifics with Spirit. It wasn't that Ed was in the kitchen cooking, baking. Ed was in the kitchen frying, F-R-Y-I-N-G. Frying was something very specific. So have Ed see what he thinks about that. Did he recently fry something, or did he used to fry something? This was a specific vision and with purpose. I believe this is Courtney's way of including Ed in these visions for you. With the song, it says The day the music died. It also says, like, halftime, we all got up to dance, but we never got the chance. Do you recall the day the music died? As I was listening to these words, and I've heard this song 100 million times in my life, it was with all different meaning, because it was not coming through my mind. It was not coming through my thoughts, and I wasn't thinking about Courtney. This song, when it was coming through my mind and body and going directly to my soul. My soul at that point was then really feeling the meaning behind the words of this song that Courtney, your daughter, chose today to deliver in a message to you. We know that this song is about war, and soldiers going to war, and soldiers dying, and soldiers being afraid of dying, knowing that they're probably going to die. I felt at that point, I was like, Courtney, you're taking a twist on things here, because you're not when you died, Courtney, you were not a soldier, you were not a warrior, you were not going off to war. You didn't know what was going to happen. And yet the meaning of this song for Courtney that she wants you to understand is that the day the music died, was a day that Courtney unknowingly, without knowing, knew. Without knowing. And that's really hard to comprehend. I understand this. This has been part of my life journey and understanding how I know such things that I can't know. It's called the unknowing knowing, where we know something, but we don't know anything. And I do know it all sounds crazy. But these are ways that Courtney is providing you with comfort right now, Gia, that she didn't need to know she was going to die the day that she died. What she did feel was beyond anything her mind could have ever thought. And what Courtney felt on that day was all love, bliss, B-L-I-S-S, bliss. This is her word, not mine. Courtney was excited. She was on her steering wheel, driving down there. She was going with She needs you to know, your daughter as an angel, she as in your daughter, needs you to know that no, she didn't know she was going to die that day, but what she felt that day was the most freeing, beautiful ways that she had ever felt. She even actually has me feel that on that day, she actually said to herself about 3/4 of the way through that drive down to where she was going, wow, my life is perfect. Her life was perfect at that point because there she was carrying her, at the time, 7 months pregnant with baby Addison. Courtney had dreams. It's important for you to know, not me telling you, Courtney telling you, it's important for you to know Courtney will always have dreams. We don't stop dreaming when we die. And when we go to heaven, we don't stop dreaming. Angels are the biggest dreamers of all. Who do you think helps us dream here in life, Courtney needs you to know that she has reiterated this before, but you must have been feeling this recently in some ways, because this is why she's bringing it up. She needs you to know, her soul knows, she did not know she was going to die. And I mean, she did not know even when she died, because Courtney's soul was wrapped with angel wings before her car even got put into park. Some could say she must have been aware because of the ways that things happened when her life ended so tragically, but she didn't. She was already gone. Her soul. So when her life was murdered horrifically, she wasn't murdered. Her body was killed. Baby Addison, not yet born, was not killed. Both of their souls were taken together. That's really quite beautiful. I'm just sitting here going, this is really hard to explain to people. I know you get it, Gia, but I mean, to see these visions from my end is really quite, it's beyond amazing. It's beyond awesome. And for me to have such a close relationship with Courtney, your daughter, as an angel, I can't say I know what she's thinking. She doesn't think. She don't have a mind anymore. We don't have minds as angels. We are beyond a mind. It's our soul. This is why in life we are often told, oh, so-and-so lives by soul only, It means they don't think about anything. And that's actually a beautiful way to live. But unfortunately, when we're in life here, we do need our mind to survive in such ways. Courtney wanted you to also see this vision of the day that she died. People don't like to say this either, the day your daughter died. The day your daughter passed. What she saw was the biggest party. And it was for her. And she was like, wait, hold up. What? And it was like dancing. There was all these people. I don't know who the people were. I can't see any of the faces, I wasn't meant to see any of these faces. Courtney, what she wants you to see is that she was welcomed to heaven with the most glorious, feast of food. And I mean, crazy, like a table. I don't even know, a table so long, I can't even, as long as my house is right here. Like the table was that long of just food everywhere. And people everywhere and animals everywhere. Cats were on the table and stuff. Cats were like on the table, but they weren't eating the food. There was no issue with it. It was like bizarrely beautiful to see. At that point, her vision was her with her hands clasped, like, yay, yay. She was like, oh, for me. They were like, yes. So these are things that in life people can't relate to, this joy for the day your daughter died. This is not my joy sharing this with you. I'm sharing with you, Gia, right now, your daughter's joy of what her soul had been, lifted up and promoted, so to speak, promoted away from her body and mind to feel. And she was with heaven. At that point, nothing. She knew what happened. She did know. She wasn't confused about it. She was just like, oh, I think at one point she did say, oh, damn. But other than that, she was like, whoa. Baby Addison at that point, she reminds me, was taken away by a stork. Not taken away. Let us take her. Baby Addison was then taken to, I don't know, I guess a nursery or whatever, a place in heaven where all the babies are taken care of. All I really saw the first time and this time was a stork. Oh, Chip. She goes, I can't do roosters anymore. I can't do roosters anymore. That song, again, if you listen to the words, it says, this will be the day that I die. American Pie. This will be the day that I die. These are Courtney's ways of sharing with you that she knew without knowing. That yes, she was going to die, but she didn't know she was going to die, and that's really hard to explain to him. But I think you understand. she was catapulted. I mean, when I talk about that cat that was hit by a car, a bobcat, I thought it was a cat and it ended up being I was like, those teeth are really big. 9 hours, this cat was hit and landed in my farm, and I had it in a baby Bjorn, and, you know, all my farm animals were around me. I knew this cat was dying. I never looked at the cat. I was just comforting. You know, I couldn't carry it around for 9 hours. I thought it was going to die every minute for 9 hours. And I finally laid it down. You know, 9 hours later, it dies, blah, blah, blah. And after it died, I said, you know, oh my God, what big teeth you have. And, you know, the eyes were different, you know. At that point, I was like, I don't think this is a cat. But it is a cat, but it's not a cat, you know. Well, I later found out after I buried Beaver, the cat, it was a bobcat. I had a bobcat in my baby Bjorn. Go figure, right? Courtney gave me also a vision earlier today after that, where she was standing in the middle of a windy road. Okay, like it was dark. It was dark at night. The vision was a nighttime vision. And I saw the yellow, you know, whenever there's 2 yellow lines on the road or 2 white, whatever, you know, that means no passing, right? And then when you see the dotted lines, you know, you can pass if it's safe for you to pass. So this vision, immediately, as soon as I began to see it, I kind of knew where Courtney was going with it, but I still have to allow her to give it all. So Courtney was on this dark road, windy road, and I see these yellow lines, and I see her in the middle of the road, and she's holding a spray paint can, okay? She didn't show me the color. I don't know what the color was, but clearly she was changing the color of these parallel lines. Parallel. Remember that. Because what do I always refer to as heaven? Heaven is parallel to earth. We are able to exist with 2 worlds in parallel ways. We can't interconnect like this and hug your daughter anymore or call her on the phone, but we can live and share our lives in parallel ways by simply being aware of what your daughter shows you from heaven down here. I don't know what the darkness meant, why it was dark time, except that I feel like that was part of Courtney saying, you know, well, you know, don't let anybody know, but I'm with you all the time, and I'm gonna make these lines for you, you know? Don't tell anybody. She's very youthful, as you know, a young soul. I'm just reading over these notes right now. I'm a little bit, it's been a long day for Natalie. I asked Courtney, why did you paint these lines a different color? Without an answer, it was more so another vision that Courtney gave me. The changing of the colors of the parallel lines was Courtney's way of wanting you to feel and understand, representing her angel soul and self as an angel, that she, as an angel, is able to make such changes in your life. Your guardian, your angel, forever in your soul. Courtney then gave me a vision of her right on the side of this road. It was like forest, trees, you know, dark time, whatever. And it was just her. Nobody else was with her, just her. She's like spray painting parallel lines in the dark, curvy road. And then next thing I know, she's roasting marshmallows on the side of the road in the woods. And I'm like, okay, you know, angels know more than we can ever know. That's one more reason why we should all want to be in heaven. You see, where we fear going, a lot of us in life, heaven, we fear because we don't know what to expect. Your daughter, Courtney, is here every day of your life now, Gia, to remind you that there is nothing to fear. And it is amazing in heaven. at that point, she goes, you think I just am roasting marshmallows here? She goes, I got hot cocoa and I'm doing some s'mores. You know, she said, it's about perception. I said, perception? What are you talking about? You know, she said, it's about perception. People see things and they think things. And I said, okay. So remember, Gia, that these messages, they come through in very much charade-like ways, like charades. These are not conversations. I'm not like, hey, Courtney, give me a message for your mom. Hey, Chip, you're taking my notes. Bad girl. There's Courtney. 25 minutes in, there's Courtney. She's laughing now. She goes, Courtney loves Chip. Courtney goes, Chip, chomp, chomp. Courtney wants you to know that the more you are aware, the less you will perceive. We are a world of perception, Gia, a world of learned perception. That perception is the easiest way to live this life. And yet, as angels and as many people in this life know, perception is not the way to go. So Courtney likes to jumble up your life to show you and have you go on these trinkets, you know, and treasure hunts, you know, seeking the breadcrumbs. Like, I got my sheep here to catch. Chip goes, I want to go inside now. I want to go in. Chip just had her first baby. She's 6 months old and her first baby was born. We had 5 eggs hatched yesterday. It's so exciting. I got to go check on them in a minute. Remember, Gia, that these are your breadcrumbs. Everything that Courtney delivers through me directly to you, these are your breadcrumbs. You are your own Hansel and Gretel. You got your own little, you know, basket, bag that you're picking up these breadcrumbs from life and collecting them until they begin to make sense to you. And they will make sense. And that's just it with Courtney. As I told you in one of the last messages, heaven is eternal. There is no time. And so all of Courtney's messages to you, there's no end to these messages. Courtney's messages will continue. They are a continuation, okay? So when she's delivering these messages, if there's something that you haven't done or haven't seeked or found since the last time she delivered a message through me anyway, she'll keep bringing it up until you do. And the one thing she kept bringing up today again was those 5 lipsticks, Gia. I know you have a dollar store around you. It doesn't matter what color you get. Go get 5 lipsticks, okay? Courtney has been harping, as angels do. Play the harp. She's been harping on these 5 lipsticks for many, many, many weeks now. Go get these lipsticks. Gia, $5 at the dollar store. $1 each, right? For me anyway, my Nana had me get lipstick at some point, and I got different colors, you know, and I was like, ooh, oh God, you know, dark brown is no good on me, and oh, red, oh my God, yeah, hideous. But these are ways that help us to see ourselves more, okay? And so by Courtney wanting you to go get these lipsticks, what she's wanting you to do as her mother, she wants you to see you, yourself. She wants you to find something that makes you feel beautiful, you know, but in order to feel beautiful, you have to see yourself not beautiful. You have to put on that red or dark brown lipstick that doesn't look good on me, maybe it does on you, and you figure it out. These are all very simple ways for you to continue on your own treasure hunt that your daughter continues to leave for you. It's really quite a fairy tale if you think about it. And I do think about it always, and yet mostly it's through my soul. By eliminating the colors of the lipsticks, basically, is what Courtney was saying. Like, you know, if you get 5 lipsticks and you're like, I love these 2, but I don't like these 3, or what, I like these 4, but I don't like this one, whatever it is. By eliminating the colors, it's like trying on different clothes, you know, and seeing what makes you feel good. You. Your daughter wants you to feel good. We know this. You know this. Courtney lives eternally for you to feel good. I'm in awe. I'm always in awe. A-W-E. Awe. Awe, A-W-E, is I believe, what I've learned for myself, a state of parallel. It's not necessarily emotion, and it's not thought, and it's not feeling. It's you're holy shit. Awe. Oh my God. When we're in awe, we need to embrace those moments. And the more you become aware of embracing those moments where you're finding yourself saying whatever you say in those moments, me, I'm, oh my God, holy shit. When you're in those moments, the more you become aware because you make yourself aware, the more you will see these moments. These moments of awe, Gia, will continue to fuel, like gasoline, divine gasoline, your mind, body, and soul here in life. Go get those lipsticks. Say hello to the God tree. And know that your daughter loves you. And so do I.